So these are the date functions available in PostgreSQL. So we will discuss one by one. So first we will discuss how to return present timestamp. Okay. Select current date and the current date, local timestamp, and current timestamp, current time. Now next one, square timestamp. Okay. Mm. Okay. Statement, I think statement timestamp will be there. Yes. See, these are the functions for returning current timestamp. So current date, it will return current date. Okay. Local time, it will return only current time. Suppose if we want to get current date times timestamp, local timestamp will be used. Current time including time zone. Current timestamp including date, time, and time zone. Okay. Now means current date time with time zone. So here, this current timestamp and now will be using same thing. Okay. And state timestamp, clock timestamp. So here, pz underscore sleep. State 2. See here, statement timestamp and current timestamp, clock timestamp. And one more thing, current timestamp. Yes. If you execute all these at a time, observe the seconds, statement timestamp and current timestamps producing same kind of output. Clock timestamp producing timestamp with 2 seconds delay, which I have given 2 seconds. PG underscore sleep of 2 means it holds execution for 2 seconds. Okay. So see, that's why statement timestamp, whenever the statement, this query executes, so what will be the timestamp? That is returned by statement timestamp. Okay. So the timestamp at the start of the SQL statement. Okay, that is statement timestamp. Clock timestamp means the exact clock time when the function is called. That is clock timestamp, the exact timestamp that the function is called. Current timestamp is start time of the current transaction. What will be the start time? Okay, so this statement timestamp, current timestamp will produce same kind of output. Okay, so this current timestamp, that will be the constant throughout the transaction, and statement timestamp, that will be the constant within the SQL statement. Okay, so this clock timestamp, this will changed whenever multiple times called in the same statement. Okay, so here if you want to understand this three different timestamps, then we need bulk of SQL statements in a function, then only it will be understand. Okay, so this is not the right time. Okay. So you just remember these functions which will be used to return the timestamps, current timestamps. Okay, and what will be this here? Okay, so date part of, so what will be the date part here? Get a field of timestamp. That means we can extract the date parts as it name itself. Okay, so syntax is day now 7. So current day, that means current date is 7. Okay, so here see, so these are the different types of argument values. So we can take one argument and pass it here, then you can easily understand. Okay, suppose here year, if you pass year, then it will return present year. Okay, next if you pass month, copy and paste it here, then you can get current month value. Like that you can pass remaining. If you want to get hour, then you can get it. Okay, by passing hour keyword. Okay, and here one thing you need to observe, here I have passed now function to get month. If I pass timestamp 2025 0807, then check the result. That means could not choose a, this you might need to add explicit typecast. That means it is expecting timestamp. So timestamp, see, if you use now function, then it will return automatically month value. If you specify this date function, date value, then you need to use timestamp keyword here. Okay, so next one is extract. Extract is same purpose but with different syntax. So select extract of, so syntax is day from date time value. Same thing I am given month from now. See, same output. So if I pass value in the place of now, then we will see. So pass it here. Now we will check 8. Okay. If you pass value, then you need to specify timestamp. Next one, date truncate. So date truncate means here, see this definition. Date truncate, return a timestamp truncated to a specified precision. Okay. So these are the argument values. So this, if you pass these arguments only, you can get specified output. Okay. So select date underscore truncate. Yes. And what will be the argument? Year. I will consider year and comma now. See what will happen if I give year. Definition is truncated. Where it is? Date truncate. Return a timestamp truncated to a specified position. So I have given year here. That's why what will be the starting of the date? I mean, what will be the starting month and date, hours, minutes of this year? So that will be the output. If I pass month, then see here, up to month, exact output will be there. After that, all these values will be truncated. Okay. See, you can observe by passing different values. So year, month, and better to have timestamp in the place of now. And 14:51 34 second. Okay. Here, day, hour, minute, there any mistake, minute, second, day.
Syntax error, sir. Comma out removed.
See here. So if I pass year, year will be there. So here after that, what will be the first value of first month and date, hours, minutes of this year? 2025 0101. If I pass month, so up to this, it will return same, and against it will return zeros, remaining parameters. I mean, day, hour, minutes, seconds will be zeros. If I pass day, that means third output. Day means date. Okay. So up to this, it will return same thing. Remaining arguments, hour, minutes, seconds, that will be 0. Okay, if I pass hour means up to hour, it will return same thing, and remaining it will zeros. Okay, if I pass minutes means up to minutes, it will return same thing, remaining zeros. That will be the truncated. Okay, so these are the argument values we need to pass. And is infinite. Better to go for definition before going to do the example, where it is check if a date, a timestamp, or an interval is finite or not. Okay, so is infinite. If I pass now function, then so it is not accepting. So timestamp, sorry, is finite, not infinite, is finite. See, it will return true. If I pass timestamp like 2025 0807, then it will return true. If I pass invalid date like 32, then it will return exception. Okay. If I pass infinity, then it will return false. Okay, as it name itself, if it is finite value or valid value, then it will return true. Otherwise, if you mention infinity as a parameter to this function, then it will return false. That is finite. And next one is to date. So to date, I think some arguments are there. So these are the arguments. So it will convert string into date. That is to date definition. So here 07/08/2025, and so this is today date, DD year YY. Okay, so here I am giving that format DD YY, then it will return that in date format. Okay, comma I need to give. See, date format. Okay, suppose here 07 means I have given date. 08 means for that position I have given month. If I do the reverse, then see the output like this. Okay, based upon the order here, then that will be returned by this function. Okay, and to timestamp. So these are the these are the argument, different types of argument values for that timestamp. So select to underscore timestamp of better to take this. This is the timestamp, and 07, you can reverse it, 2025, and DD YY YY. And what will be the format? Hours, MISS. So HH, MISS. 24. So 24-hour format we have to give. See. So 2025, August month, 7 date. Okay. So this is the 2 timestamp. So here 2 date only, here 2 date including timestamp. Okay. And next, justify days. So converts days into months if it is possible. Okay. So like select justify days of 34. If you give this 34, days means 34. Justify. Or I think we need to mention days here. Let us see. Yes. So if you mention like this, justify days, 34 days, it will return 1 month, 4 days. So 1 month means 30 days. Remaining 4 means 4 days. It will return like this. And next one is justify hours. Converts hours into days. Hours. Convert. Justify hours. Hmm. 32 hours. 1 day, 8 hours. Okay. And next one is justify interval. Justify interval. So it is applies both justify days and justify hours. That means 34 days, if you apply like this, 34 days, 32 hours, then we will see the output. See, 1 month, 5 days, 8 hours. That means 34 days means 30 days, 1 month, remaining 4 days, 4 days, and 32 hours means 1 day, 8 hours. So 4 plus 1, 5, and remaining 8 hours. That is justify hours. And add interval. Add interval means you can add number of days, number of months to the timestamp. That is add interval. So select see now plus interval 2 days. Now plus interval 2 days. See, present date plus 2 days means 9th date. If you give subtraction minus, then it will subtract. Okay. Interval between timestamps. So you can take this, copy, 5 days. Okay. So this is about interval between timestamp. So how many days it will be between the 2 dates? So that is interval between timestamps. And I think all are covered to timestamp, time of day. Yes, yes, age is not covered. So age means calculate ages between two timestamps. Select age of date 2025. I'm giving 6th date. So we will check. See, 1 day. Okay. So date means present date. You can give date 2025 minus 07 minus 06. Then it will return 1 month. Okay. If I give, that means this is first date, this is second date. If I give here 9th, then it will return in the form of days. Okay, so that is age. Age is calculation giving the number of days or number of months between the two dates. Day, I think current date timestamp, current time of day. See, time of day, it will return the current date in this format. Week name, month name, and date, hour, minutes, seconds, at the last, year name. Okay. So I think I have mentioned that time of day format. No. Time of day. Okay. So I didn't mention here. So anyway, no problem. I will give that format also. Okay. Simple. Week name, month name, date, hour, minutes, seconds, and year. Okay. That will be the time of day format. Okay. Current date, but in different formats compared to this current date local time formats. Okay. So this is about date functions.